Hi, I'm Jeff Garofalo, and this is my childhood friend Scott Wright. We have accomplished a lot together, and it is our passion to spread the good word of sport, togetherness, and competition. We are so excited that you decided to join us today for another webcast of Coaches Talk Coaching.
Cheers and welcome to Coaches Talk Coaching. My name is Scott Wright. This is Jeff Garofalo, and our next guest is a UEFA Pro licensed coach. She's also a former coach with the Estonian women's national soccer team, and she is currently the assistant director of coaches for New York Rush. Please welcome our new friend, Coach Katrin Kaarna. Woohoo! Awesome. Thanks for being here, Katrin.
Thank you for having me here. I'm very pleased to meet you and excited to be here.
Oh, yes. Tore Kotuda.
Very nice to meet you too.
Oh, thanks. All right. One of the reasons why I was speaking like that is because you're from Estonia. Do you think you could tell? I was doing a little research on your background. You have a great resume. So, do you think you could tell us about your time in Estonia?
Thank you. Yeah. So, I started coaching pretty young, and I was still at the university when I was invited to start coaching a girls' team. And from there, that certain club didn't have any girls program before at that time. And when we started, it was just one team. A couple of years later, we grew the whole program so that we also had a women's team playing in the highest league. And then it just kept growing until we had 3 or 4 girls teams plus the women's team. And now they still have a good solid girls and women's program there, which is really excited to see. And the women's team still plays in the top division. And pretty soon after I started coaching, I was invited also to join the Estonian women's national team staff. And yeah, up until when I came over to US, I was working with the national teams, and then last 5.5 years I was the full-time working with the Estonian Football Association, and was also working as a coach educator with them. So,
Wow.
And now for the last 4 years, I've been here, upstate New York, and growing and helping the players over here.
Awesome. So from what I understand, I know you're the assistant director of coaches with New York Rush now. Before that, there was like a transition period where you were GPS soccer, if I'm correct. And then
yeah, when I first came over, I came to Rochester Football Club, but they were with GPS New York. So, and right now, yes, I am the New York Rush Select Program assistant DOC.
Oh, cool.
And also coaching 3 girls teams in the Select Program.
Nice. What age groups do you coach?
I have under 13, under 17, and under 18 girls this season.
Awesome. Yeah, we coach. Jeff and I coach the high school girls team in our town, and we're very proud to say that that they continue to get better all the time. We do that with Jeff's father, Rick. He's been a long time mentor of ours. Speaking of mentoring, you did some work at the University of Tartu. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah. Well, I went to university to study exercise and sports sciences, and after graduation, there was the question, what do I do now? So besides coaching, needed a full-time job, and at that time they advertised for a position for a teacher lecturer for football. So I applied, and I got the job. So I was for 8 years I was preparing teachers, mainly PE teachers, but we also had a link with the Football Association, so that we those who were more connected to football, soccer, then we helped them also a little bit more specifically towards the coaching career, to to help and get more than former players or then current players more involved also with coaching. So yeah, that was my role over there.
That's awesome. Very commendable and honorable. Getting people into leadership and coaching. Um, so, speaking about getting people from one place to another, how do you think that? Can you tell us a bit about more about Rush, New York Rush, and the different programs that you offer, and how we can get more people interested in New York Rush?
Yes, so Rush as a club itself has already a great platform in place. The different levels, opportunities to also play abroad as a top tier, and also different levels for youth players. They also have opportunities to go and play together with the best Rush players from all over the country, so-called Rush national teams and the select teams, and also the link with, or they have the CAP program, College Advisory Program, and
Oh wow.
so all the players that are interested, and for our select program, like most of the players are interested in continuing their career in college, and not just studying but also playing. So this definitely is a very exciting for us, for our program, and through us, obviously, we can help the players and families to navigate through the craziness and the how to get recruited. And to speak about more specifically about us, the New York Rush, we have clubs in at the moment 4 different regions. We have Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse, and Albany. And a program that I'm involved in more is our Select. That's the highest level in our program. And when we started that level, then our aim was to get our players to a different level, to a higher level, push our players and get to more competitive showcases, more competitive levels, more competitive leagues, and also have our players a better opportunity to get recruited. So if we get a chance to go to a better showcase, then where there are a lot more college coaches around looking at our players, then it will give a better chance for also our players. So yeah, that was the plan, why we started kind of that level, and definitely looking to continue and grow the program, and looking to get to the best levels and into best leagues, and push our players and our program as high as possible.
That's huge. What great value. Thank you so much for sharing that. So we are done with my segment of this. So I'm going to pass the ball over to Coach Jeff here, and he's got, I think, a new version of the fire question round.
Thank you, Scott, and thank you, Katrin, for being with us today. So up next, we have our fire question round. We're going to put a little twist on it. So I'm going to ask you a topic, Katrin, and then I'm going to ask you if it's overrated or underrated, and then if you give a brief reason why you feel that way.
All right. Sounds good.
Here we go. First one, ranch on pizza, overrated or underrated?
For me, for sure, overrated. You can't, you can't have ranch on pizza. It's gonna change the taste, and yeah, definitely overrated for me.
It definitely changes the taste, that's for sure. Next one, the USA Women's National Team, overrated or underrated?
Ooh, I can't say overrated because, especially if you look at the latest results and the latest games, then they're doing good and bringing new young players in. So I have to say underrated.
Yeah, I would agree. So we learned you're from Estonia, and for those that don't know, I believe Estonia is in between Russia and Poland in Europe.
Kind of somewhere there.
Okay. So over or underrated Estonian food?
Oof. I'd say probably in the situation where I'm right now, it's underrated.
Is there like a traditional dish from Estonia?
I would say just in general we eat more healthier, and definitely there are certain things that you won't get. For example, won't get over here. You do get, like in the Nordic countries, you can find similar foods, but one of the biggest things you don't get here, or well, you will have to research a lot, is the black bread, which is definitely one of the things.
Oh, cool. Good to learn. Next one, CT Rush as a whole organization, underrated or overrated?
Well, again, I know they are definitely doing a good job, so we'll have to say underrated then.
Underrated, properly rated, maybe. Everyone kind of knows what the product CT Rush brings, and it's really good. So yeah,
correct.
Good answer. The next one, I don't know much about them, but the Estonian women's national team, overrated or underrated?
Ooh, that's a tricky one now. Estonian women's national team. It is difficult. Would maybe kind of underrated.
Yeah.
But yeah, more from perspective that they're not getting enough attention and support.
Yeah. Well, we keep growing the women's game. Hopefully, they'll get the support that they deserve.
Hopefully.
Next one, VAR.
It is a new thing, so I would say underrated. It definitely has added its value, but I'm not sure they're using it correctly yet. So there's still a lot of things they can adjust and improve for sure. But I can see the value in it. Just I guess it's just growing, and they just need to get it in place so that kind of iron out all the little things so that it would be more smooth.
Yeah, there's definitely value in it. They gotta get the calls right. Otherwise,
very true.
Last one, and I know with the kids it's very popular. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but TikTok, overrated or underrated?
For me, overrated for sure.
I'll side with you on that one as well. Awesome. That's all we have for our underrated and overrated version. That was fun. Thank you, Katrin.
Thank you.
Awesome. Katrin, so for the last 30 seconds, we're going to give you the mic. Anything that you want to say to the people, feel free to let them know.
Oh, well, first of all, thank you very much for having me here, and it was exciting to be here, and yeah, it's well, I really appreciate to also show and have the female side a little bit here as well, because I think that's something that has been maybe underrated for a while. And yeah, I would like to see our program to grow, and also the rest of the female side to grow, not just the female game, but also lately there's been a lot more emphasis on getting more females in coaching, which is also I think an important part to get more attention, and also I hope more growth in the female game.